welcome to WTOP-10. I'm your Storm Team 10 meteorologist, Aurora Fitzgerald. So currently I'm outside right now. It's not as cold as previous times I have been here. Pretty cloudy. I don't see any stars currently. And I do have some exciting news coming up. I'll have your full forecast very soon. WTOP-10 Nightly News starts now.
Tonight, a SUNY Oswego presidential candidate's legitimacy is in question. We have the latest.
Plus, an a cappella group is expected to perform for the first time. When you can catch their performance.
And if you're interested in going out this weekend, SUNY Oswego has a show for you to see.
All that and more is ahead. This is WTOP-10 Nightly News.
Good evening, I'm Seth Appleby.
And I'm Kaley Richmond. Thank you for joining us.
As we come on the air tonight, we are learning the eligibility for presidency of SUNY Oswego's officer in charge, Dr. Mary Toll, is being questioned. First reported by the college's student-run newspaper, the Oswegonian, many faculty members are speaking out and questioning whether Toll should have been able to apply for the role of president. Toll is one of 5 finalists for the role, and the issue in question is whether or not Toll can run under the title officer in charge.
According to the reporting by the Oswegonian, Mary Toll originally stated that as officer in charge, she would not be eligible to run for president, although there is no documentation that confirms this rule exists. According to SUNY guidelines for conducting a presidential search, if Toll held the title of interim president, she would need written permission from the SUNY chancellor to participate as a presidential candidate. In a statement to the Oswegonian, SUNY Oswego political science professor Lisa Glidden said, quote, "The whole point of going with an officer in charge and not with an interim president was so the officer in charge could just focus on running the institution, and they were not going to be a candidate."
Toll is running for president in the second round of the SUNY Oswego presidential search. Toll did not run during the first round, which concluded in August, and her title of officer in charge has not changed since then. Toll first came to SUNY Oswego in 2014 to create a new communication studies graduate program and was named a faculty fellow in 2017. She was named officer in charge starting January 1st, 2022, following former President Deborah Stanley's departure. We will continue to update you on this story as we learn more information. Native American school mascots have been banned by the Board of Regents. Over 100 schools will have to change their school mascot or team name. The name change can be a possible financial issue, with schools needing to change their school attire, gymnasium floors, and more. At a press conference on Wednesday, New York State Senate Majority Leader Andrea Stewart-Cousins says that there has not been a discussion about including the changes in this year's budget. We've reached out to the Director of Native American Studies here at SUNY Oswego for a statement. He was not available for a comment.
The best tasting drinking water in a New York State contest involves a panel of judges who blind taste tested and graded each competing utility water's submission based on taste, odor, color, clarity, mouthfeel, and aftertaste. This year, judges voted Onondaga County Water Authority. They won first place for its Lake Ontario water. The winner will advance to the American Water Works Association national competition in June.
The April 1st deadline for the New York State budget has come and gone for 3 weeks now. Leaders are still debating and don't seem close to be coming to a resolution. This is the most delayed budget proposal in history and is currently facing challenges stemming from Governor Hochul's criminal justice and housing policy proposals. Hochul is currently pushing to change the state's bail laws and hopes to give judges more authority.
New York State police patrols will be stepped up for tonight for the commonly known celebration 420. While marijuana is legal in New York State, Governor Hochul is reminding New Yorkers that driving after smoking pot is dangerous and illegal. According to the Department of Transportation's National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, between 2009 and 2018, the presence of cannabis nearly doubled in drivers killed in crashes.
Now let's take a look at what's happening this weekend in What's Up Oswego. Oswego Performing Arts students are taking to the stage this week to show off what they've been working on this spring semester. Reilly Jones has the story.
For students looking to get out of their dorms or for any community members interested in the arts, throughout this week, SUNY Oswego will be putting on productions of the famous Romeo and Juliet. Oswego Performing Arts students have been working on the show for the entire spring semester, and many feel that the show is going to be one to remember.
I think it's honestly one of my favorite experiences. It's such a old, unique show, and it's still so timeless that it really just holds a certain place in your heart that you're going to love it.
The show is being directed by Oswego's own Stephen Saccone, who was also responsible for a lot of the editing that took place on the school's production of the famous play. Saccone was able to take a typically 3-hour-long performance and shorten it down to just 90 minutes, as well as make it more understandable.
You have all of the, pivotal scenes that you'll think about, and we have plenty of stage combat and violence to indicate the world of the play. But what I feel like I was mostly removing was, connotations in the language that I felt would fly over a lot of the audience's head. And
the remaining shows will take place on both Saturday and Sunday at 7:30 p.m., as well as a Sunday matinee at 2 p.m. All of the shows will be taking place in Tyler Hall's Waterman Theater. Tickets are free to all SUNY Oswego students and $10 for everyone else. You can get your tickets today at the Oswego box office or the Oswego box office website. Reporting for WTOP-10, I'm Reilly Jones.
SUNY Oswego's a cappella group is excited to perform for the first time tomorrow. There will be songs that pertain to and revolving and overcoming domestic violence. Donations collected will go to the Oswegonians Women's and Children's Shelter. You can join them downtown at the River's End Bookstore for live entertainment and refreshments, as well as a Q&A session. The event will be happening from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m.
Honor Society Psi Chi is hosting an Earth Day community event this Saturday, April 22nd at the Rice Creek Field Station from 11 a.m. till 2 p.m. The work will involve bare rooting trees for the station's spring giveaway. The event will also include rinsing soil off of tree roots. Come prepared with shoes, clothes, and gloves that can get dirty.
Now let's take a quick look at the weather. I heard there's a lot of meteor shower sightings all around the world tonight.
Storm Team 10 meteorologist Aurora Fitzgerald is outside
Thanks, guys.
with more.
Yep, that's
Aurora,
right.
What is weather?
You can definitely hear, pardon me, you can definitely see a lot of meteor showers. This is the Lyran meteor shower. This has been observed for over 2,600 years at the same time every year at around April. Now, you can see these meteors anywhere in the world. So, when it's a clear night, probably tomorrow, go take a look outside and see those lovely meteors. Back to you guys.
Biden may be announcing his bid for the 2024 presidential election. What to expect?
And an update in the Alec Baldwin involuntary manslaughter case. These stories and more after the break.
Put the keys down, Kevin.
But I'm gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
I guess I have really been looking for love in this dating app. Yep, I'm definitely gonna call a ride home.
We'll deep dive into our feelings in our Real Talk segment. Stay tuned because it's about to get real.
What's going on?
Yeah, dude, we go on at like 11:30. It's like
No.
What do you mean no?
It's 10:30.
10:30?
Yeah, it's 10:30.
What do you mean it's 10:30?
Hey, don't touch that. That's my ladder.
Hey, man.
Whoa.
You know this book was already discounted 10%?
Wow.
Wow.
Get a close up with that one.
Matthew,
Look at that.
Can we go back inside? I want to sleep in the studio again.
Taking a look at our current conditions, it is currently 55 degrees. It's kind of dry outside, 45% for the humidity. There's slight winds northeast at 8 miles per hour. So taking a look at our day planner, as you're heading out, it's going to be 53 degrees, mostly sunny. As you can see, mostly sunny is going to continue throughout the day. So taking a look at noon, 68 degrees, the temperatures are going to increase throughout the day. It's going to get 77 degrees. It's going to be beautiful. So, since it is spring, I don't know about you guys, but my allergies can be killing me. So taking a look at our pollen forecast, tree pollen is very high. The rest of the pollen, not so much, but take your allergy medications and please be careful. So, taking a look at our surface analysis map, high pressures out towards the water and down south. So the other fronts that you see over here, that's going to bring the rain later this week. Taking a look at our 7-day forecast, as I said, tomorrow's going to be beautiful. I hope you guys enjoy that. But then later throughout the weekend and going into next week, you do see those chances of thunderstorms. It's still going to be rainy. And unfortunately, temperatures are going to drop, but don't worry, they're going to steadily climb up. And going into next week, beautiful, sunny, even though it's a little chilly, we still love that sun. That's my forecast for now. Seth, Kaley, back to you.
Thank you, Aurora. New Mexico prosecutors are dropping the involuntary manslaughter charges that were filed against Alec Baldwin for the 2021 shooting death of a cinematographer killed on set. Sources close to the investigation say that there's evidence that the gun used in the shooting had been modified, which could have caused it to fire unexpectedly. A status hearing in the case is set for Friday afternoon, where prosecutors may reveal more information.
A federal judge is calling former President Donald Trump's request for special jury instruction premature. Earlier in the week, one of Trump's lawyers sent a letter to the judge asking for special jury instruction. The letter states that the former president might take the witness stand, but it would be too difficult for him to attend the entire trial for logistical reasons tied to his former office. It also asked the judge to read a statement explaining Trump's absence.
President Biden may be announcing his re-election bid as soon as next week. Sources say the president's small circle of close-knit advisors and allies are preparing for a video announcement that would coincide with the anniversary of his 2019 campaign announcement on April 25th. Biden has reportedly signed off on a plan to formalize his intentions to run as soon as Tuesday.
Biden is also announcing an investment the United States will make to the Global Amazon Fund. At a meeting at the White House with Colombia's president, Biden says the U.S. will be sending $500 million to protect the Amazon rainforest from climate change.
Climate change, and I've been working for a long time. We're going to make a $500 million commitment to deal with preserving the Amazon.
Will make the United States one of the world's largest donors to the fund.
A suspect is in custody after a 6-year-old and her father were shot while playing in the front yard of their home. Robert Louis Singletary turned himself in Tampa after a manhunt began Tuesday night. Singletary faces charges of attempted first-degree murder, assault with a deadly weapon, and 1 count of possession of a firearm. Still to come, the CDC is releasing new COVID booster recommendations. What that can mean for you.
And a popular fast food chain is releasing its own dipping sauce. Find out more after the break.
What's going on?
Yeah, dude, we go on at like 11:30. It's like
No.
What do you mean no?
It's 10:30.
10:30?
Yeah, it's 10:30.
What do you mean it's 10:30?
Hey, don't touch that. That's my ladder.
Hey, man. Whoa. You know this book was already discounted 10%?
Wow. Get a close up with that one.
Matthew,
Look at that.
Can we go back inside? I want to sleep in the studio again.
We'll deep dive into our feelings in our Real Talk segment. Stay tuned because it's about to get real.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Welcome back to Major Discussions. Welcome back to WTOP-10 Nightly News. It's time for your Consumer Report. McDonald's is now offering its signature Big Mac sauce in a dippable container. This move is a reflection of the direction McDonald's has been heading for the past few years, moving away from the complex menu items and focusing more on optimizing items customers already love. If you want the dippable Big Mac sauce, the only way to get it is through the McDonald's app. It is only available for a limited time. And if you've used Facebook over the past 16 years, you may qualify for a payment from a class action lawsuit. The money comes from a class action lawsuit over third parties using Facebook users' private info without their consent. Meta has denied any wrongdoing but agreed to the settlement in December to avoid the costs and risks of continuing the case. A final approval hearing is set for September. And now let's send it back to Seth for your health report.
Thanks, Kaley. Less than 1 in 5 eligible Americans have gotten the recommended updated COVID-19 vaccine, but additional doses of the booster have been given the green light for some adults. Mandy Gaither has more in today's Health Minute.
Across the U.S., COVID-19 cases, deaths, and hospitalizations continue to trend down, according to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention.
One of the reasons why things are so much better now than where they were a year or two ago is because almost everybody now has some level of protection.
Dr. Frank Esper with Cleveland Clinic says the protection is either through a prior infection or vaccines, but early data suggests protection has started to wane from the bivalent booster, which health experts say protects against the original strain of the COVID-19 virus, Omicron, and its spin-offs. That's why the FDA has updated its guidance for the most vulnerable to the disease, allowing people 65 and older to get an additional dose of the Pfizer or Moderna bivalent vaccines now, as long as it's been 4 months since their last one. And most people with certain degrees of immunocompromise can get a second dose of a bivalent vaccine at least 2 months after the last one.
What we're trying to do with our vaccination response is to make sure that everybody's antibody levels, remain protective so that they can fight off the infection.
For immunocompromised children ages 6 months through 4 years, eligibility for an additional bivalent vaccine will depend on the vaccine previously received, so talk to a doctor. Another big change is that most unvaccinated people may now receive a single dose of a bivalent vaccine rather than multiple doses of the original single-strain vaccines. For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
April 20th is nicknamed World Weed Day because it's a time when marijuana enthusiasts celebrate the drug. But as more states legalize recreational marijuana, experts are reminding users pot has downsides too. The co-author of a review of research in the journal Addiction notes weed makes it harder to concentrate, remember things, and learn. University of Montreal psychiatrist Alexandre Dumas says those issues can lead to lower educational achievement in youth, and in adults, marijuana use can cause poor work performance and dangerous driving. And a simple cup of joe can have an impact on the risk of early death for adults with diabetes. That's according to research revealed in a study published earlier this week. Researchers found certain beverages are more beneficial to diabetes patients than others. They say drinking more coffee, tea, or just plain water may lower the risk of dying prematurely from any cause for diabetic patients. However, drinking more sugar-sweetened beverages raise the risk of dying from a heart attack. And in sports, Thomas Turgeon is here with us tonight. Playoff season is here for the pros and around the corner for Laker athletics. What can we look forward to?
Well, guys, coming up, we will look at what's going on at Laker Turf. The Diamond and playoff season is in full swing down in New York. I'll give you the latest after the break.
We're here for you, we're here for you. This is your channel 2. With sports and news and what to do, we're here for you. It's your TV, you're watching WTOP. Your TV, thanks for watching WTOP.
Welcome back to WTOP-10 Nightly News. I'm Thomas Turgeon in for Matt Sharamita tonight with your Thursday night sports report. We start our sports report at home on the Diamond, where the Oswego State softball team was in action with a 2-game set against the Clarkson Golden Knights. The Lakers would make things close in Game 1, losing 7-5, with Madison Hoflich and Kylie Detz both recording 2 runs for the Lakers. Game 2 would be a different story, though, as Oswego would get swept by Clarkson in bitter fashion by losing Game 2 10-1 in 5 innings. Oswego will hop back into conference play this weekend with doubleheaders against Geneseo and Brockport. Taking things out west to Bengal country for women's lacrosse action as the Lakers went to battle against the Buffalo State. Oswego would steal the show, capturing the win by a score of 16-10. Sarah Feinor would try and keep the Bengals close with 4 goals of her own, but it would be Julia Quirk stealing the show with 9 shots on goal and 6 of them finding the back of the net. The Lakers will go from the west to the southeast to continue their road trip with an afternoon matchup at the Dragon's Den in Oneonta. Sticking with the sticks, the Battle of the Hudson continues tonight in the Stanley Cup playoffs between the number 3 New York Rangers and the number 2 New Jersey Devils. The Rangers would take Game 1 dominantly at the Rock in Newark 5-1, with Adam Fox recording 4 assists and Chris Kreider with 2 goals, as the Blue Shirts look to make a 2-0 lead heading back to MSG. Game 2 between New York and New Jersey is set for 7:30 and can be viewed on TBS. Keeping our sports report down in New York, as the NBA playoffs are also in full tilt, and the Brooklyn Nets now on thin ice going into Game 3 against the Philadelphia 76ers down at the Barclays Center. Tonight, Philadelphia will take Game 1 in dominant fashion, almost 50% from three-point land, and would carry that momentum into Game 2, pushing the Nets back to Brooklyn on their heels by a score of 96-84. Game 3 in Brooklyn is set for tonight at 7:30 on TNT. Well, we talked about the Rangers, but the Islanders also in the mix. It's playoff time down at PNC Arena in Raleigh, as it is rocking. Matt Barzell in the lineup for the Islanders as he missed 2 months and will start early in the first period. Canes on the attack. It's Jacob Slavin ripping one past Ilya Sorokin. The redirection by Paul Stasny. Canes on the board early in a sellout in Raleigh. Midway through the second, still 1-0. Canes on the power play. Natchez to Steven Nason, but the redirection by Sebastian Aho for the Islanders, not the Carolina Hurricanes. Past Sorokin on the spinning puck. The Canes take the lead. Final seconds in the second period. Who else but Matt Barzell himself ripping it over the pad of Antti Ranta. Now back down 2-1. Move our way to the third. Islanders up 1. It's Jacob Slavin again roofing it past Ilya Sorokin to tie things up. Back at 3, beating him short side on the ricochet. We go into overtime. It would not take much. Jordan Stahl to Jesper Foss, beating Sorokin on the blocker side, keeping him out of position. It's the Hurricanes getting the job done in Game 2, sending the Islanders back to UBS Arena down 2-0, looking to get a win at home and try and not face elimination for Game 4. But that's going to do it for me on sports. WTOP-10 will be right back. A little more after this.
Jill told me it was Kitty from Glee. Yeah, what is it?
Al Roker.
We're here for you, we're here for you. This is your channel 2. With sports and news and what to do, we're here for you. It's your TV, you're watching WTOP. Your TV, thanks for watching WTOP.
What's going on?
Yeah, dude, we go on at like 11:30. It's like
No.
What do you mean no?
It's 10:30.
10:30?
Matt, it's 10:30.
What do you mean it's 10:30?
Hey, don't touch that. That's my ladder.
Hey, man.
Whoa. You know this book was already discounted 10%?
Wow.
Wow.
Get a close up of that one.
Matthew,
Look at that.
Can we go back inside? I want to sleep in the studio again.
Welcome back to WTOP-10 Nightly News. April 22nd marks the Office of Sustainability and Auxiliary Services' 3rd Annual Earth Day Breakfast at Fallbrook Recreation Center.
Featuring fresh pancakes served with maple syrup, which is collected and boiled on the SUNY Oswego campus. Tickets are $10 per person, and children under 5 eat for free. For more information, visit the Office of Sustainability's website.
And now for our final story of the night, Pet of the Week.
Everyone, meet Cosmo. Are you a gamer like Cosmo? Then you might be the perfect owner for him.
Cosmo loves to nap, snack, and of course game.
Cosmo is looking for a forever home for him and his sister from another Mr. Nova.
Those interested in adopting can contact the Oswego County Humane Society. So Aurora, once again, going back to those meteor showers, is it going to be kind of cloudy, clear, or how are we going to be able to see it?
So they're going to peak tomorrow. Unfortunately, it might be a little bit cloudy. It's going to depend on what area you are in. Coincidentally, they're peaking on Earth Day. I thought that was pretty cool as well.
Oh, wow.
Very nice.
It's very interesting.
That's going to be our report for tonight. Be sure to stay tuned for the Mick and Nick Show.
Thank you for watching, everyone, and have a great night.